Yes, it's August the 2nd, 2025. My name is Karen. This is Recreational Knitting. And welcome. Welcome back. If you're an OG, welcome. If you're new and have just found me, you're always welcome here. I come to you from Ormond Beach, Florida, where it's about 160 degrees today. You think I'm joking? Yeah, it's really bad. But we have returned from New England, where it was even hotter. Yeah, poor New Englanders who don't always have air conditioning in older homes. We're really suffering this week. So I feel very fortunate to have AC that works. Cheers. All right. This is the state of Christmas in July 2025. Didn't get everything cast on that I wanted, but I got a few things that I did. So let's begin. The first one you've already seen, if you're been following me, was something to write gnome about. This is by Sarah Shira, likely butchered that. And I got a whopping 3 rows done on that. Cast it on, haven't touched it since. But it's cast on, hence the name, Christmas in July cast-ons. So that was my first one. The second one is Petite Knits Cloud Tee. This will be taking a while. It's on a 3mm needle with DK weight, but it's at a fingering weight. I am using Wool Warehouse's King Cole Linendale DK. I don't know why I said Wool Warehouses, because I purchased it there. In a pure white. Love it, love it, love it. It's very lovely. Made a little bit of progress on that. Did the short rows. It will come down to a V. No, it won't. This is just the short rows. I haven't gotten around to a whole lot beyond that. So I'd like to finish short rows this weekend and probably put it on pause because that's not going to get finished anytime soon at a 3mm. Yeah, but it's cast on. That's 2. The third one you've seen. There's my earphones from the plane. Yeah, but I couldn't find them when I was on my flight this week and had to ask for another one. We'll talk about that in a minute. This is called the Clover Tee, bad picture, but it's got the fleur de lis. I'm sure I butchered that too. Little things. And I am on the 5th one. I've had to do a little deconstructing, de-knitting, all the things, but it's coming along. I think the last time I showed you was there. I didn't show it to you the last time, and I'm not sure why, but, you know, brainless. This is where I was, I think, the last time I showed you. I did take this project to SSK in Nashville a couple of weeks ago, and I had to do a little de-knitting there because talking and getting on, you know, this, all of that taken care of is not always my strength. I'm using brown sheep wool. It's called Synchrony. It's not wool though, it's 60% cotton. 40% wool. It's a dream to work with. I have oodles of this. I have like 5 or 6 skeins of this. I had gotten it on a sale bin when I was visiting Mitchell, Nebraska, Brown Sheep Company. And what else did I want to say? This is a worsted weight, and it's in the colorway Baby's Breath. That's what I was looking for. Baby's Breath. Just the hint of pink. I mean, you can barely see it. It will read as a, you know, kind of an ecru cream. But yeah, I've made a pretty decent sloth on that. And I would like to continue to work on that again this weekend. Maybe get enough so that I can get to sleeve separation. That's the goal. And then it's smooth sailing from there. My favorite part. Knitting the round stockinette. Oh yes, that's it. All right, that's 3. The 4th one probably is going to get cut out. It is a couple of Christmas stockings. It's by this pattern is by Bob Ramu out of the UK. And it was likely one of those things that you get freebies at the yarn store. And I've cast it on. It's supposed to be in fingering weight. I got this wise idea that I'm going to make it DK because I want to get rid of this yarn. Not certain. Still debating whether I'm going to pull that back and start again with just 1 strand of the fingering weight. This is Volmise, stuff that I've had left over from, I can't begin to tell you, but likely it was a Christmas object because that's green. So I did cast that on. Whether it stays cast on will be yet to be seen. Then I think the last cast on that I did was the Melissa scarf. And this I was doing for my local yarn store. I haven't done a whole lot on this since 2 weeks ago. But it's one of those where you do little picots. I don't know what you call them when they're longer, but yeah, I've made a few mistakes here. Like this one isn't long enough, and there's one on this side that isn't long enough. But this is Barocco Sesame, and it's in the colorway. Let's see if I can remember. No, I can't. It is in the colorway. Does it even tell me? It does not. Oh, Lime Ricky. It does. Beautiful blues and greens. Love it. It's a 1 skein project. You could probably make it longer if you choose to, but that's what I've got. So that was 5. And now for number 6. I cast on the Love Note. Those of you that are in the knitting world probably have heard about it. It is by Tin Can Knits. It's a lace pattern. Not a fan of lace. I love how it looks. I just not a fan of lace. And this is where I'm at with this cast on. I'm using Madeline Tosh Singles Vintage Light in, Celadon. Merino Light, excuse me, not Vintage Light, Merino Light. Celadon. That's the yarn I'm using. Hints of, it's a tonal, hints of dark and light. But this is what it's looking like so far. I've taken this out and put it on the silicone cords. What you do with this, if you're not familiar with this pattern, is you start off with a provisional cast on, and then you decide basically what your neck is going to be, and you pick up stitches. You know, you pick up the provisional and you decrease and make it kind of your own. This appears to be awfully big, but basically what you do is knit however you want the neckline to look. Not sure about it, but you know, we'll see. I was thinking about doing that pretty quickly after I get this lace part done, then going back and doing the neckline. Let me know if you've done that before, if you've knit one of these, and what your thoughts were with the pattern. You know, I'd like to be able to read my lace work better. I've gotten off a couple times, had to, you know, think back and find my mistake, and not sure it's going to be the best. So we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. But so far, you can't really see that. Well, let me see if I can find something dark. To put behind that. Oop, sorry. So I've put it on the barber cord so I can go back and read it and see if I've got an obvious mistake. So far I haven't. Doesn't mean I don't. So that's number 6. And that's quite a neckline. So you see that it needs to come up, and I need to at least knit 1.5 inches, maybe even 2, depending on how many stitches we decrease. I don't know. I haven't looked at the actual pattern to see what it says. But yeah, love it. It's beautiful, but I'm not a girly girl, and to knit lace for pleasure isn't my thing. So we'll see. So that's number 6. I've done 6. Yay me. How did you do? If you would like to be eligible for a prize of some sock yarn, please leave a note down below and say what you've cast on for your Christmas in July. Put it down below. I'd love to know. And has this helped you? Focusing on what it is that you wanted to cast on, getting your materials together, and giving some a little kickstart. It has me. I'm not going to say that 2 weeks, not quite 2 weeks, but a week and a half of traveling has cut into what I wanted to do. I wanted to cast on another Ranunculus. Well, that's ridiculous, but I still wanted to do it. And yes, not going to say that I'm sorry that I didn't, but I didn't. So that will have to wait, and I'm okay with that. I have, I think, 3 Ranunculuses here that I've cast on, that I've been working on. 2 of them have seen significant progress, and yeah, I've got so many works in progress. I probably should be arrested for it. So yeah, I don't need any more things to work on. However, doesn't mean I still don't get that dopamine adrenaline rush that happens when you cast a new project on. Wearing my SSK t-shirt. Yeah, so I would just like to tell you that I'm happy that we participated in this. I hope that next year we can do it again, and I hope that it actually helped you. Now, if you would like to know, if you've stayed this long and you would like to know why I'm holding my mouth funny, it's because I had a bridge come out over here a couple days ago. Wednesday, I get it put back in. It will not stay in, but I'm going to have to do something because I see a couple doctors this week before that, and I go on a train trip. So we'll see how that goes. I have some, it's supposed to hold in your bridges and caps if they come loose. Didn't work. So I have a feeling that it's the mixologist that did that, not necessarily anyone else. But yeah, so yeah. What did I do? I went to New England and lost some teeth. So yeah, hopefully those will be back in for the next podcast. I fully anticipate that other things will have to happen, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. I may cut that out. Just wanted to explain. Anywho, I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. I hope that you have a productive August. And I do want to state that we are still doing one skein September, toothless or not. So make sure that you're getting your patterns together, your yarn. I have a couple things that I'll talk about on the next podcast. Okay, just a quick wrap up. See you. Knit in peace.